And we are told in the last days that it will disappear. I mean, people will bury their treasures and not be able to find them because they're not living the eternal laws. And so I think, part of that is Heavenly Father. I mean, He's told us at least that this is where you're going, folks. If you don't think abundantly, if you don't give, if you don't live the abundant law. Yeah. Because everything that He has is ours. Is there more abundance than that? We just have to live the law.
Yeah. So how do we switch our mindsets from thinking scarcity and I think it can be anything that we're seeing in our lives as, oh, I don't have enough of this. There's just such a scarcity of this. And sometimes there really is a scarcity, but I think most of the time it's relative, especially in our privileged area, that it feels scarce because we're comparing it to the people around us who seem to have more of whatever it is in abundance.
If you ever feel that you have a scarcity, just go to Mexico City.
Go what?
Yeah. Go to Mexico City or Rio de Janeiro or somewhere where they live in cardboard boxes. And
Well, there's an abundance of air to breathe.
There you go.
The Lord has lended us breath. This is something that I've contemplated a lot because I had trouble breathing. But there's an abundance of knowledge, and whatever problem that you have, there's abundance of solutions. And
I like that solution.
because of course there's abundance of problems too.
There's an
But
abundance
there is the commensurate solution to the problem.
He moderates it all, so that we don't get more than we can. Yeah, right. It gives an abundance of answers to our abundance of problems.
And that comes back to there's an abundance of opportunity. Problems are often opportunities.
So how do we switch from seeing scarcity to seeing abundance?
I just really struggle with this a lot because generally when people are talking about this topic, they're trying to get me to buy Amway.
That's great.
doTERRA or Kyani or something like that.
There's no ulterior motive in this conversation.
But I think it's really important to choose to have a mindset of abundance. But what kind of abundance do you? What are your priorities in abundance? I could be working right now full time, and we would have a lot more money than we do right now. But right now, I want an abundance of time and an abundance of free choice to direct my path right now. So I live off my husband, and his abundance is coming someday. I think it's important to know that abundance is an eternal principle, but then not get pressured into somebody else's definition of what abundance is. But what the Spirit whispers to us is our mission, because if it's our mission, we will have abundant blessings to reach that mission, I think. So I just don't know what I miss yet, but
That's a little comforting. I just went through a temper tantrum of, but what is my mission? What am I supposed to be doing?
Well, remember what Elder Holland said when he became an apostle? He says, I finally found out what I'm going to do when I grow up.
and he was in his
50s, mid-50s or so.
Yeah. I figure, okay, just one piece at a time, But especially as I've been feeling like as one door kind of closes and when you switch phases, that's when I think we go through this mission identity crisis. And right now I'm kind of there because we've had this busy, crazy time, and now we're wrapping up this. And I've wrapped up a lot of things. I'm tying up some stuff, and now I think, okay, now what happens?
Yeah.
I know I have a baby, and I slow down, but
she's kind of wearing her mission, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. How could you forget?
But I mean, when you have a baby, you still have hours in the day that you think and you do.
And you're going to have 4 babies. Now, come on.
Thank you. I don't remember having many hours in the day when I was.
There's
tiny. But yes, it does change. There'll be more time to study. study and read over that little baby while
The nursing hours pile up, and there's plenty of reading time during all that. So,
Well, this is maybe too much of a shift, but I think I think it's important to lose your fear of abundance, of what it means. Too, because I'm afraid of some kinds of abundance, so I don't go after it. And so I love the little quote, what would you attempt if you knew you couldn't fail? And I chew on that and really try to let it settle in on me, but I think that holds me back from certain kinds of abundance. I think it holds me back from financial abundance, really. I just, we have tried and failed so mane times. It's been so painful over so many years, I just don't even want to talk, that kind of abundance.
yeah.
Yet I watch you young folks who are building a financial future, and I really respect it, but I'm too full of fear, sometimes. And I don't have a nickel to my name at the moment, but so, a little reality thing going on there.
It's just all.
So I guess fear is the main.
It's just all being applied someplace. You've
Yes.
got it. It's just already, it's taken.
You just told us you have a beautiful home, so you must have nickels, huh?
Must be a nickel in that
Yes.
house. Check the couch cushions.
All the nickels are in the house.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Gratitude builds abundance, and the feeling that there is enough and to spare for all. It's like when you do the yeast or the sourdough, and then you just feed it and it just keeps on going and going, and you can make loaves and loaves and loaves and loaves of bread out of a little teeny start.
I love that.
I think that fear of abundance really is an interesting concept. And I think, when you were saying that, I thought, well, I have an abundance. I have a fear of having an abundance of church callings, one at a time, please. Certain things that definitely I would do more and live up to more if I wasn't afraid. That's really an interesting thing. I think too, we can just, sometimes we can just switch in our brains if we choose to. We can realize that we're thinking scarcity, and realize that scarcity is not very accurate, or that we don't want to see it that way anymore, and then just switch it.
Well, you talked about flipping a switch. We just went to a presentation